Welcome back to Our House to Homestead. Last week we planted our potatoes out, and to celebrate them popping out of the surface, we're going to make a dish using potatoes. I'm going to walk you through my recipe for potato salad today. Hi, I'm Melanie. Welcome back to Our House to Homestead. Join my family and I as we convert our house on the outskirts of Auckland, New Zealand into a homestead where we grow, harvest and cook our own food from scratch. This recipe is super simple and quite fast. Although you need time for the potatoes to cool down, everything else can be whipped together in time for a barbecue that you've organised last minute. To start with, we're going to need potatoes. How many potatoes depends on how many people you're wanting to feed. We're going to have enough potatoes for 3 tonight, but also I know that Ben's going to want leftovers, so I've made allowance for that. I've got about 8 potatoes here. I'm going to wash these potatoes and then I'm going to cut them up into the size that they need to be for the salad, and then we'll get them onto the boil. So my potatoes are all washed, and now I need to cut them up into equal sized pieces for cooking. I think this is a perfect size for potato salad, but it doesn't matter what size you choose as long as all of the pieces are the same. I'm using agria potatoes here. Again, you could use a really waxy potato to hold its shape, which is ideal, but we really love agria potatoes and it's just easier to buy one lot in bulk. Agria potatoes are quite floury in nature, so I have to be careful not to overcook them. Feel free to cut any green bits or blemishes or any bits with broken skin and damage off. To the pot of potatoes, which are evenly sized pieces, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. Next I'm going to fill it to covering with water. Now I'm going to place the pot on to boil and wait for the potatoes to be firm but soft enough to bite through. Now, depending on your preferences, this next part is optional. I'm going to cook some bacon to add in, so I want to slice it quite small so that it's little crispy pieces throughout the salad. This is our beautiful local Henderson bacon, which is preservative free, and fortunately it means when you open the packet you need to use it up quite quickly, which we have no problem doing in our house. I'm going to place all of the bacon into my Lodge cast iron pan. Ideally it would be preheated first, but in this case it's quite fatty, so it's not going to matter too much. And now I'm going to pop it on a medium heat until it's crispy. I need to tip the cooking liquid out for the potatoes as soon as they are ready so they stop cooking, and get some cold water on them to help as well. I'm going to pop them in the fridge in their colander with a plate underneath to catch any drips, but I need them to cool down as fast as possible so they don't continue to cook. While I'm waiting for the potatoes to cool down, I'm going to make the dressing for the potato salad. That can then go in the fridge and set a little bit until we're ready to mix everything together. In my dressing, I like to add pickles. You could also add capers. I'm a massive pickle fan. Something I really love about this combination is you bite into the potato salad and you get the creamy potato texture, the creamy dressing, and then something slightly crunchy and sour from the pickles. Next I'm going to add the dill from our garden. I'm also a big fan of dill. I'm going to add about half a cup of sour cream. And then finally to the dressing, I'm going to add my homemade mayonnaise. So this mayonnaise is in another episode, but basically it's a mayonnaise with garlic, mustard and lemon juice in it. I'm adding about the same amount as the sour cream, if not slightly less. And then simply mix to combine. Now's a good moment to taste it for seasoning. Mine's fine. The mayonnaise should have enough salt in it, but if not, you can adjust seasoning. Don't forget that that bacon's probably going to be salty too, so keep that in mind before you add any more salt. Perfect. I'm going to pop this in the fridge and let it firm up so that when I mix it in with the potatoes, everything doesn't go too mushy or liquefy. Now all that's left to do is to mix the potatoes in with the dressing and the bacon. These potatoes are nice and cold now, so they hopefully won't break up too much in the dressing. The other benefit of using cold potatoes is they don't soak up all of the dressing, so you still end up having some dressing all over the potatoes later, even if you chill it for a couple of hours. Alright, this is all set now. We can take this out and have it with our tomahawk steaks later on for our barbecue. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Details for any products and equipment used are in the description below. Hit subscribe to follow along with all of the developments on our house to homestead. I'll be posting more videos on growing, harvesting and cooking our food. Don't miss out. See you next week, team.